Hi guys, I'm back again. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this world. So I was actually sharing on biblical faith in my on my last video, and today I'm back again with the second part of the biblical faith. So actually, I was sharing about why it is so important to have biblical faith. You know, the faith that can actually stand the test, the faith that can help you to overcome all kind of challenges. So it is very important to have a biblical faith because biblical faith will actually help you when the challenge comes, and it will actually it will help you to overcome, and it will help you to pass the test. All right, because the modern faith that we have, all right, that will not actually it won't help us to pass the test. The modern faith will actually fail when the challenge comes. It won't stand the test. All right, if we see the great patriarchs, if we go through Hebrews 11 from the word of God, from Bible, and we see all the great patriarchs like Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, Moses, Noah, and we can see all these people. All right, we see this all these people, and they have great faith. Okay, and because they have great faith, they actually went ahead and they just followed what God had to say. They just obeyed God. They walked by faith, not by sight. Right, so that is very important, that we should walk by faith and not by sight. Okay, the Bible says that just shall live by faith. So doesn't matter whatever our situation is, whatever our circumstances, we should always walk by faith and not by sight. Okay, I will just go through a quick I will just read a small portion from the word of God, from Bible, and from Daniel 3. If we go through Daniel 3, and we will see that how Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the three Hebrew boys, they actually face challenges, okay, and how they have overcome that. They never gave up on God. Okay, so if we go through Daniel chapter 3, and from verse 16, if we read over here, it says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter. If that is the case, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us from your hand, O king. But if not, let it be known to you, O king, that we do not serve your gods, nor will we worship the golden image which you have set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar was full of fury, and the expression on his face changed toward Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He spoke and commanded that they heat the furnace 7 times more than it was usually heated. And he commanded certain mighty men of valor who were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their trousers, their turbans, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's command was urgent and the furnace exceedingly hot, the flame of the fire killed those men who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished as he rose in haste and spoke, saying to his counselors, Did we not cast these men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said to the king, True, O king. Look, he answered, I see 4 men loose walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt. And the form of the fourth is like the Son of Man, or in some verse it says, in some uh, version it says, Son of God. Then Nebuchadnezzar went near the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spoke, saying, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come, come out and come here. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came from the midst of the fire, And the satraps, administrators, governors, and the king's counselors gathered together, and they saw these men on whose bodies the fire had no power. The hair of their head was not singed, nor were their garments affected, and the smell of fire was not on them. Nebuchadnezzar spoke, saying, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who sent his angel and delivered his servants who trusted in him, and they have frustrated the king's word and yielded their bodies, that they should not serve nor worship any god except their own God. Therefore I make a decree that any people, nation, or language which speaks anything means against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made an ash because there is no other God who can deliver like this. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. So we should never ever worry about passing the test, because when you pass the test, there is a great blessing that is coming after that. When Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego passed the test, king saw that how powerful is their God. Okay, he accepted that, and he actually promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So guys, it is very important, guys, that we should never give up on our God, and we should be able to pass the test, and we should have that biblical faith, because that biblical faith will help us to overcome, to be an overcomer and to pass the test. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. Do share and like this video, and share it to each and everybody whom you know, so that it touches the hearts of many. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. God bless you.